What's up guys, Ronaldo here and welcome. And today we are going over AMR 20 and 22, a guide for you guys. I did some different teams, I already tested some different variations as well. And first up, I want to go over the map with you guys and kind of what you need to look out for and exactly the mechanics. Before that, you can't really build your team if you do not know that. So in terms of the units and mechanics and everything, we first have the boss, right? This is the boss, the Lord, who is basically, he's summoning his units, and they're gonna come in, and he is summoning them from his own flesh, meaning when he summons them, he hurts himself, basically. He hurts himself, and he gets lower on HP. And then there's a bunch of units coming down lane 1. Wait, I have it here. So there's a bunch of units coming down lane 1. Then there's a bunch of units spawning here from the graves, going through lane 2. The one from lane 1, here is the boss gonna be standing, and he's gonna summon them here. And then from lane 3, there's also some coming from the graveyard, and these from lane 3 will move to the boss, and if you don't kill them before they get to the boss, they will heal him and they will empower his damage output. So basically you have 3 lanes that you want to cover, but really overall it's really just one lane, because lane 2 and 3 is pretty weak compared to lane 1. And lane 1 is really where you need to, lane 1 is really where you need to have your damage going, otherwise you're not gonna beat it. But if you've beaten stage 10 for Gear Dungeon, I'm pretty certain you're gonna beat it, and many people will be able to beat it, as you will be able to see from this showcase, because there's many strategies that you can use. Then of course these guys that he summons, if you don't kill them fast enough, he's gonna make them explode, and you basically just gonna die. So you just want to kill them as fast as possible. On top of that, you barely have any ground placements, and he's gonna summon so many that you would need specific units to be able to block enough with these ground placements, which is why we're going for a different approach, and that is pretty simple actually, and that is going for utility. Now I've prepared something for you guys, and there are a few things here. Basically, before I go into this, actually I need to explain the fight and show you my team here. So this is gonna be the team that I'm gonna be using for you guys to see and to show. But I'm also gonna give you guys an alternative version with VNA instead of Comet as well. And what you're gonna need for that fight, right, is, you already saw it, you need 1 hard carry, 1 strong DPS, for example like Comet. You need 1 tank, you need 1 healer, you need 1 invic buffer, you need 1 utility mage, you need the lords to buff your units base stats, that's important. And then after that, all you need is just more AoE filler slots, right? You can just fill up your team with the rest that you have, the best units that you don't use, you can just fill up with a bunch of fillers. So knowing that, we can go in here, right? And I need to explain you guys this tier list, otherwise this tier list is going to be a bit confusing, huh? So first up, because there's many units that can be used for multiple roles in this fight, that's crucial. Why is that the case? Basically, the reason for that is, I kind of briefly went over it before, the main place to defend is number 1. So if you have, let's say, a Comet and the Boreas, right? And you're gonna use your Comet as your main DPS for 1, you can use your Boreas for 2, you can use your Boreas as utility for 1, you can use your Boreas for 3. It's just any unit that works as your main DPS can be used elsewhere as well, because the other lanes are so much easier. So keep that in mind. So you want 1 strong DPS, Comet, Boreas are very good, VNA is very good, Honora works, Sardis works as well, just kill the first wave without his ultimate. And then for the healer, I think there's only 1 option, I'll be honest. I mean, there's multiple options, but by far the strongest one. By far the strongest one, if you use one of these 2, that has a high ult cost. Hollow will be by far the strongest one, just for that rage regeneration. Hollow will be amazing. You will really want to have someone who has that hollow range, really, to be able to heal up everyone with just using 1 healer. Then for tank, you only need 1 tank, like I said, the tank will be placed in lane 2 right here. And for tank you also have multiple options. Oleg is one that everyone has from Void Rift. So Oleg works. You can use Broke here, you can use Gone, you can use these guys as well. You can use Trask and everything. I think Oleg is pretty simple, it's pretty standard. You don't need to think much because you don't need to activate his ult or anything. You can just slap him there and he does his thing. Then Utility Mage. Utility Mage is going to be units that bring either slows, stuns, or shred. So basically, Greed is going to be pretty much the best unit to have. And Eye is also one crucial unit for me, especially for the build that I'm using, because Comet is not having that much rage regeneration. What do I mean with the Utility Mage? The Utility Mage is going to be your support for your main DPS in lane 1. Because here the boss summons these enemies relatively quickly and they're very fast. And because there are too many to be able to block, you need to stall time for your Comet to have more time, or for your VNA, Boreas, Anora, whoever, to kill the enemies. You can do that with slows and stuns and freezes. So basically, finally a spot where Shamir can be used. I think Greed is gonna be the best unit for that, because Greed, let's go into Greed real quick. This is why I can explain you. He's the best for this role because not only does he slow on a very consistent basis with a very low ult cost, but he also applies magic reduction. And that helps your main DPS dish out the damage. He has a very potent slow, he can get multiple ults out. You can just run this. You can run your Greed on a damage build, or you can run your Greed on a pure support build with a bunch of rage regen, a bunch of attack speed on a morale set, for example. That works as well. So Greed is going to be one heck of a support. You can have a Eye that is going to freeze. Iona is going to deal damage and slow them down, and then Boreas stuns. Right, you can even combine Comet and Boreas. You can use a Shamir. Ajax is for magic shred, utility slows. She's more if you use Ingrid as well. She's a kind of niche. I didn't put Ingrid here because that's a different strategy. Then top left, top right, so lane 2 and 3, you can basically put in any AoE damage dealer. And top right, you can even, lane 3, you can even put in a single target damage dealer. It's not that big of a deal. And Invic buffer, you really want to use one. I think Dolores, most of you guys have her. If you're that late in the game, for sure you'll have her. Just use her. I think Boba works even better, but Dolores is gonna be just perfectly fine. Now that we went over the roles, let's just go into the fight. You'll see exactly what these roles do and mean and how the fight will play out. We're gonna be here, stage 22. Only legendary is gonna be Comet. I'm pretty certain you guys will have at least one strong AoE mage. I hope so. Being it Comet, Virna, Zaris, whoever. And then let's go right into the fight here. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. We're almost at 5k subscribers, so that's the goal. And of course, we also are going to aim for a humble 5 million likes, so smash that like button so we can get there. And let's get back to that video. So first, what we're gonna do is just place down our Comet and Dolores, and then we're gonna place down our Eye, so she can start putting crystals down, and our Holo. So Eye and Comet are our hardest hitters. They both get from the Invic sets Invic buff, and they're both in Dolores' inspiration range. Now here's the boss, and as you can see, he took down 6 million HP of himself. He just ripped it out of himself. He hurt himself to summon these guys, right? To summon a bunch of these guys. He will hurt himself. Now you cannot target this boss before he starts moving. If in case you're wondering why is no one placing a Silas here facing down, right? Why are you not doing that? You cannot hit the boss. So what we're gonna do here is just wait, and these guys come in. We don't have a tank, but look at this. We have Greed slowing them down. On top of that, we will have Eye as well freezing them, giving us a lot of time, not only to kill these guys, but also to get ready for the next wave for our Comet Ultimate. So you can see here they're barely getting moving, they can barely move on, and then in the meantime, while they clear this wave, we're prepping for this part right here, the lane 2 on top side. We already placed our tank, it's time to place our Abizu as well. And there you can see this guy merges, and this guy is a very tanky. Keep that in mind. And as you just saw or may have noticed, he just slams the ground a bunch of time, hitting everyone. So you really need a healer that heals everyone. Hollow having that big range and the rage regen on top is perfect. It's kind of the best option for that. So now what I want to do here is just wait for these guys to come into the range. And now after this slam here, we can place down our Iona facing up. And now we place Comet, right? And Dolores. Let these guys do their thing. Now here, you want to kill these guys with Iona, and these guys are so weak, really, like these small guys as well. You can just take care of this side with pretty much any unit, with a single target units, with AoE units, literally anything will get the job done. We're just gonna use Iona here, and you can see here, tack, 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 and they're gone. Put her out. Now he's gonna slam down once when he does his summoning, and after that summoning we're going to place down our Soleil right here. Now we're going to stall our Soleil a little bit so she can get another wave of these guys on top here, down with her ultimate, and then we'll just be chilling more or less. Now these guys, as you can see here on top, they're very, very hard hitting, and you really need your tank to be able to survive these guys. You're either gonna have someone stronger than Abizu take care of them, and so there's never gonna be 2 of these merged guys, or you're just gonna have your tank have a good some good tankiness going for himself. So now Comet is in range here to attack. As you can see, greed plus I, the amount of CC we have is insane. We can take out our Soleil here in preparation for our Iona. Now he's on 16% HP left, and he's gonna start walking up now. So he walks up. This is why we wanted to get rid of the Iona as fast as possible. This way we can place her down here now to help us out killing the last 16% HP. The good thing about Iona, and the reason why I chose Iona for that top side, is because you could also go for pretty much anything else, right? You could go for Silas whatsoever. I just wanted a good free-to-play option, and the reason for that is because she also has a slow. So as you can see, the boss can be slowed. So when he walks up, he's just slowed, and during that time, he's getting faster. He's losing HP. And now you're not going to have enough time to stall for another Comet ult, but you're going to be able to slow him with Greed, you're going to be able to slow him with Iona as well, and you're just chipping him down the last 16%, and you can't do much against it. You can't do much against it, and that's it. There he goes. Victory. Let me know if you have any questions in regards of the gear as well, right? Let's go into the gear. Now let me give you guys a quick alternative to the Comet strategy and the placements with Vierna, because with Vierna you can run a slightly different placements. So for Vierna, we're just going to place her right here, and we're going to place our Dolores here. And then we're going to place our I in a way in which I can cover both lanes. So we're going to place I here, and then we're going to place our Greed right after this way. And then we will follow it up with Hollow. gonna have some crowd control going here for us. We're gonna pop that Dolores ultimate to up our damage. We're gonna place our Abizu right here, and then slowly but surely, once the enemies come closer, as you can see there's a bunch of crowd control, we can just pop that. Everyone dies. We don't have 100% crit rate, perfect, so not everyone died, but even without the 100% crit rate we kind of managed to do it, did we? Yeah, perfect. So this wave is gone now, right? Now this guy on top comes in. Since the eye kind of blocked it, we had to place, as you can see these guys are already low, right? This is what I meant with the icon. I take care of multiple lanes at once. Can preemptively pop that ult on top. Pop that as well. If everyone's slowed down, take out her. The execute kills everyone. Wait for the slam. There we go. Then place the Soleil. Gonna wait. Pop our Dolores here. Pop our VNA. And they're all gone. Now it's again same thing. You can just pop in the Yona and slowly whittle him down. Zack. Get Invic buff. And there we go. This is the fight with Vierna. So, gear. It is basically, this whole fight is basically a Tear of Twilight check, right? You just want a bunch of Tears of Twilights if possible. Now the by far best gear you want to have on your strongest DPS. So we have here a total of 18k attack on Comet and 300 crit damage plus. Not that much bonus attack speed, but a decent amount and some rage regen. You can get away with a lot less damage on Comet, as you just saw. They never really got close to that core. We had a lot more CC. You can really get away with a lot less. And then we also have our other mages. Abizu. Also Abizu, important Tear of Twilight. Like I said, it's a Tear of Twilight check. Iona. Attack, attack, attack. Reason why Iona has triple attack is because she can't get an Invic buff on the right hand side, right? These guys, they can't get an Invic buff from Dolores. This is why I genuinely like triple attack on them. Same goes for Abizu. If you can, I think you could go for a triple attack as well, because you're not gonna most of the time stack the Invic buff with Abizu. But I just used double attack 1 crit damage. That works as well. Just quick notice. Then Yeah, Iona, we talked about Greed. Greed's damage was neglectable. I'm not sure if I went over the damage, but his damage was very neglectable. He's just there for the slows and for the magic shred. So generally speaking, I think for 90% of the people, you should go with a morale set, attack speed main here, rage regen main here, bunch of rage regen, bunch of attack speed, and a spellcaster's echo is going to be the best thing for him. 15% rage after ult immediately is perfect. Then Oleg as HP, HP, HP. Guardian set, you need the Guardian set. You're not going to get away with it without it. A bunch of HP, bunch of defense, nothing else. Just HP and defense is all you want on him. And I went for a maxed out Bastion Ring. You can also try with a Northerner's Will to recover his own HP. I'm just a big Bastion Ring enjoyer. And then Golden Scarab and bunch of attack speed, some healing effect, bunch of rage regen on Hollow. This is kind of the team that I ran. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm pretty sure that should give you a very good understanding of how you want to approach that fight. And with that said, make sure to like and subscribe. Not only will it increase your summoning luck, but also it will get you ready for some more guides and content overall of Watcher from my side. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Ronaldo and I'm out. Peace.